Okay, welcome to ETN News. We're looking at the earthquakes and a couple other things. Alright, still got activity coming out toward this seamount and Caldera out in Hawaii, and still have activity on the slump. But it's all small. No 2.5s or greater reported on the island in the last 24 hours. Alright, this is Alaska. Check Alaska out. Not much going on, even in the small activity. And the large activity, 3.5 is the largest quake. And make sure, yeah, 3.5. Alright, not much going on up there either. Let's check this out. Now, here's the only thing going on in Alaska. I mean, that was on earthquakes. So you know it wasn't caused by an earthquake. And this goes into event mode every now and then when the plates are shifting. This is in the Gulf of Alaska. Let's click on it. Now you can see how the waves come in and then they get, starting to get a little bigger. Then right here is our strike. So it's a lot of difference from here all the way over. It starts coming on down. Alright, let's go check out the earthquakes over here. One smaller than Mount Rainier, one over from it's around Mount St. Helens. Now the Blanco fracture zone. Now we got a quake over here on this side. Now in the last 7 days, we had one here, and that was after, let me see, we had this one, and then this one, and then you got these here on the Cascadia. 3 small ones. 2.3 is the biggest. And coming down to Juan de Fuca Fault, right on the Blanco fracture zone. Got a couple down here on this end, 3.0. And if you remember, we was talking about the pressure here the last couple updates ago, how it was, pushing over here in this area. It's showing a lot more signs than it used to. And this one here was a 5.0, west-northwest of Barview, Oregon, 6.2 miles deep. I reported that in yesterday too. Let's go back to the regular earthquake feed here. Alright, still getting activity down towards Seattle from Vancouver. And over in here, we saw some movement here a little bit ago. Told everybody to watch that area, just in case if something was to occur or happen. Now over here in Yellowstone, 2.5, east-southeast of Kelly, Wyoming, and a 1.5. Alright, most of this down through here is really small activity. Not much going on in Hawaii, in Alaska, or down here in our area. Texas, all small activity. No 2.5s or greater reported. One small earthquake in Oklahoma. Arkansas, northern Arkansas, and nothing else over toward the east. Okay, now let's back this up. 2.5s and greater. We have 2 here. Now, on the Cascadia, something's pushing, and it's pushing the Juan de Fuca Fault over towards the Cascadia Fault. See, something's pushing on both sides of this. When you have fault lines, it's like one chunk of land, like like a continent that's been put in place thousands or millions of years ago. Don't really know, but anyway, when you got a fault line, that means magma runs through it. That means it's a separate continent. something's pushing on both sides of this. So, it's where the continents are moving. North American plate's pushing up against the Pacific, but this is a separate line because it's a fault line. It has magma running through it. That means it's separate. Now, on this side, reported shaking, Quebec, up in Canada, 3.8 off the coast of Oregon. We got quite a few down here in Wyoming that the USGS is not reporting. So it looked like it, but it's like 2 right here. All right, 2.5 is in greater. 4.3 south of Russia. Well, it's in Russia. Still got activity around here, and this is around the junctions of Japan on up a little bit. 5.1. There's not much going on. 5.0. And see how deep these are real quick. I haven't had time to check them before I go. That way, in case you see something else. That one's 113.6 miles deep, a 4.5. 194. Well, I was looking at the kilometers. Okay, that's 120.8 miles deep. This one's 70.6 miles deep. This one's deeper. And now we're having deep quakes up here. And it was down here. But something's still going on down here for it to be like that. And there's one in Alaska, 3.5, 146.4 miles deep. All right, things are changing. So where are we going to get an earthquake? Right here is what we got to watch right now because of that pushing. It's pushing on this side and this side. And in the middle of the Cascadia and Juan de Fuca is, solid right here. A solid piece. It's moving, but it's because these two fault lines are pushing against each other. Continents. Now on these storms, this storm finally developed and they're calling it Oscar. Now you can see how it came over, and it's a hurricane, category 1. It came over and now it's going back up off the east coast. Let's hope it doesn't go on over, and I hope it dies out before it gets up to the other side. Around London or somewhere. They just had one come up through there. Let's hope it dies out before it makes it up through there. Alright, it is a Hurricane 1 now. 85 miles per hour. And I don't see anything else going on. So I'll see you all in the next updates. Everybody stay safe. Watch for earthquake on the Cascadia. Could be a large one. It is possible. And, I put it on my community comments. 5 to 7 days I would be watching this area because it is possible of a large quake with a tsunami. And as you can see, let me go back over here where we're having an earthquake activity. Blanco fracture zone. It's turned off. No warning. And this one around Sable Island, east of Boston, still turned off. This one here is a floater. It's what I call a floater. It's broke loose. It's just floating along, so it's turned off. Hawaii has been turned off for a while, and we've been getting the larger activity on the west side, northwest and the west side of the island where the tsunami is located. The tsunami station. You can see where it's located. It's on this side of the island. We need one over here in case the slump gives or something. Like over there in Canary Islands. We really need one around the Canary Islands. out from it so far, so we would know and have plenty of warning before it got over here. But if it did make it over here, we got some warnings down through this way. Florida, places like that would know it. Just it wouldn't have much time, but it would know it. Everybody would know it. This one here is off and that one's off. So, no tsunami station here. So if we get a large earthquake, just get ready for tsunami waves just in case. And this up here, I don't know what caused it. Earthquakes ain't the only thing that causes them. Tsunami ain't the only thing that causes them. Anything could happen, but it's the area we're looking at. This one, and over here, Australia. Over here on this side, the Coral Sea 1, Coral Sea 2, and this one up here. Sometimes around New York, they'll go into event mode when the plates are shifting. And that shows us another sign that something's coming. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Everybody stay safe.